All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Luck on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Check, cross. Wait, hey, express.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike's spot.
Hey, check. Yeah.
Mike.
Bravo.
59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now it's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Love. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And here now come the Falcons. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get past me.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Here we go. 95%. One.
On 2nd and 1, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ready, 280. Hey, express. 95%.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Fighting to stay upright. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike spot 4. Rip left.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 12.
Go.
Right.
Back to throw. Love. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Get that quarterback. And all check.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Mike front 4. You don't know no better.
From the 44, Luck. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46.
45, Mike, 45.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. Go. Hey, check Mike 45.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now Luck. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Undercut.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
I got you, son. Hey, watch it.
12. 11.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Rush in. Rush in.
Monday.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing his long.
You ain't going nowhere.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 91 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Go, let's go.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Easy, alert.
Switch.
Here's Locke. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Check up. 5, 6, and 5.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, check. 11Z.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And some room to maneuver. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it.
61, matchbox lights.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Ito Smith, his first carry, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slam.
Wait. 39. Get up.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan, he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
53.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
For the field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Come. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They are going for it. It's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments?
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 27-yard line.
Hey, check.
Mike, check. 59. Here we go. Mike's 59.
From the 27, Luck. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It's now third down.
Check. 12. On.
Brad,
Hey. High 7. 12.
The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken near the 13. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Kenyon Barner. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons add on.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talk about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will extend this big lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Get that quarterback, D-line. 11Z. Go.
Play action. It's Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
12. Alert.
54, right there. right there. 54 Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch. Switch.
11.
Luck gives this one off to Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fun.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Tack McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Alert.
Go ahead.
Alert 3. He's checking. He's
12. 12.
From the gun, here's Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
SOS. Let's go, Mexico.
check.
Strong right.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Joker.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Check 25. Check 25.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
59, ready. Back 25.
Let's go, D. Watch tight. Tight end right. Everyone's got
Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And now it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready, blue 80.
come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check your hot read.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Right 25.
So don't say nothing.
Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Falcons 45, Colts 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
We own them. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Right there, 54.
Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
11.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Man, that's true.
To throw is Love. Ebron caught left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, check.
Here we go. Here we go. Shit.
Here's Locke. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So
and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
11Z.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Look out! 54, watch 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 12. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. 12. Wild Bill. Check. 12. Lucky.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Funches with a catch over the middle. Fights off another.
I think the second time.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch one. No. Off.
Monday. Hey, check.
Now it's Luck. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. And he comes back with one complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Luck now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brings up 4th down.
12. Go ahead. 40. Easy. Alert.
Hey, Haywood. 54.
On 4th down, Luck. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm going to run you over. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons add on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check out. Right, 40.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Slam.
Reggie.
Kill.
Mexico. 11Z. 80 weapon.
Check Mike 54.
Smooth.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On first down, it's Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
12.
Mike 54. Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Okay, double up. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
12.
Coming. I'm coming.
Strong right.
Switch.
Hey, check. We got touch.
Off of play action. Lock. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. McKinley in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
12.
Check 99.
A shotgun snap for Love. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Locke. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Colts on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third down and 12.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Let's go one more.
Now Luck. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year.
Ready, back 25.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our
Ready,
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
check 59.
They'll run on first down. Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The tackle made by Devontae Campbell.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Brings up second.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Luck. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Colts on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing his Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Falcons